So before we dive into these 7 topics, I kind of felt compelled in any situation like this to make a few requests based on my experience in seeing how the media handles these sort of gatherings or these sort of events. So if you're seated in this auditorium and you're a journalist and you're covering this event, I'm not sure if there are any in here or not, but first off, we would appreciate if you would not make any reference to or even mention the Flat Earth Society. Personally, I'm not associated with this group, and I do not believe anyone here is either. When we see articles covering events such as this, the Flat Earth Society is often mentioned, and it just reveals how lazy the journalism was, as Rodrigo mentioned. Somebody simply Googled Flat Earth and looked at the few links at the top of their search engine results, and this is what they come up with. So we believe the Flat Earth Society is controlled opposition. If you don't know what that means, look that up. I think they mix a little bit of truth in with a portion of outlandish claims, so that at first glance you're compelled to dismiss the entire idea quickly, all the while thinking you've actually done some research. Trust me, you haven't. We know that if you spend time actually researching this topic, you'll be sucked in. So the idea is that you Google Flat Earth, end up on the Flat Earth Society page, and see something that you will laugh and move on quickly. Secondly, there's no one here that believes that we live on a pancake or a pizza floating in space, so please do not include these sort of images in your article because it's disingenuous and does not represent our findings or beliefs in the least. Next, no one here believes the Earth is moving upward at 9.8 meters per second squared, which causes us to experience something akin to gravity. We do not believe the Earth is moving in any way, shape, or form, period, paragraph. And finally, please stop asking, where's the edge? We believe the world's oceans are surrounded by Antarctica, which is like the shoreline of a lake. So when I get that question, I usually respond, can you fall off a lake? So please do not, of course you can, so please stop asking if you can fall off the Earth. And do yourself and all of us a favor and research the Antarctic Treaty. You'll begin to understand why we all aren't piling in a boat this weekend and heading to Antarctica to see what lies beyond. We are unable to travel independently below the 60th parallel and must not only have our own government's permission, but all of the permission of the governments that have land claims in Antarctica. There are no motorized vehicles allowed, no sled dogs, and you have to bag your own urine and feces. The Antarctic Treaty alone should cause you to question the motives of the world's governments if you dare to look into it. And one final point, while I'm on the subject of Antarctica, no, we are not planning a cruise there next year. If you Google Flat Earth Cruise, you still come up with hundreds of headlines making that claim, and that was never the plan. One media outlet got it flat out wrong, and hundreds of other media outlets simply copied that story and didn't practice any due diligence and just ran with it. All that being said, if you are a journalist attending this convention, first of all, thank you for being here. We hope you represent the organizers, the speakers, and attendees respectfully, and most importantly, we hope you represent them accurately. My rant is over.